Hey guys, it's Rob the Rogue Jedi here. So today I have a special guest from the cosplay community. So let's dive in and enjoy the show. Hey guys, it's Rob the Rogue Jedi here. Welcome to another episode. As today I have an awesome cosplayer, and he is from Instagram, Para of the Force. Welcome, my guy, to the Rogue channel. Woo!
What's up, buddy?
Nothing much, dude. Thank you so much for hopping on, man. We are doing this as rushed as possible because I know we both have things to do. So let's start the show. So dude, I wanted to ask you, before we start anything, introduce yourself. Let everybody know who you are and where you hail from.
I'm hail from Los Angeles, California, basically. Currently in Long Beach. I've been into Star Wars since I was a kid. So I mean, we're talking I was an '80s kid. So
Yeah.
I'm going at for a long, long time.
Yeah. Wow. That's awesome, dude. So I guess one of the things I think we've touched on it, but like what was the first Star Wars film you ever saw?
Well, the first Star Wars film I saw, if my memory serves me right, Empire Strikes Back. I saw that in the theater as a kid.
Right.
I was about 5, 6 years old or so.
Hmm.
And I remember seeing Vader, and that was like it. When I saw Vader, I was like
Yeah.
hooked. So
Yeah.
that was the actual first character ever.
Right.
When I saw Vader come on the big screen, I said, "Oh man, I gotta see this. What is this all about? This guy is so mysterious. He's got
Yeah.
this
The whole
awesome
thing.
helmet.
This
You're like,
lightsaber.
man, who is this guy behind the cape? Who's this guy with this lightsaber?" It was
Yeah.
just like automatic. Like they hooked me.
That's it, bro. I know it's funny you mentioned that because I mean I'm a 90s kid, but I remember my dad watching Empire Strikes Back on Laserdisc. That was like one of the first things like I remember becoming conscious to life. And back then it was well, he at the time he had Laserdisc. So I remember it was like a big booklet. It was awesome, man. It was super, super awesome. But man, that's awesome to hear, dude. I mean I think we all love Vader, so who doesn't? But with that being said, dude, like what is what movie really stuck to you like growing up? Like I guess you could talk about we could introduce the prequels and the sequels, like sequels. I'm sorry, I had to laugh at that one. Which one is really
It's not laughable.
not for not no not in your sense, but with others, I have to laugh. It's funny. But no, man,
Ooh.
what movie really has stuck to you like that really hit a note for you if you had to pick?
From all 9 movies,
Yeah.
definitely it's got to be Empire. I mean,
Okay.
seeing that as a kid
Yeah.
and seeing Vader, on Bespin fighting
Yeah.
Luke sticks to me the impressive, most impressive.
Yeah.
As a kid, hearing that and having a bunch of little Kenner toys and stuff that I
Oh
used to
yeah.
collect, man, it just sticks to me like that whole Cloud City speaks to me.
Right.
To me, I think it's like the most uh epic duel for me as far
Right.
as like father versus son.
Yeah.
And it just grabs me. I gravitate towards it. There's just no other explanation to
So I gotta ask, with your kids, do you do any lightsaber dueling?
it. Maybe in the past I have
In the
messed around.
past,
They still believe I have the force.
do, do they really?
They do. They believe I have the force. I said in time they will learn it also.
That's awesome, dude. As funny as that is, it is awesome. Who knows, man? Their story could be inspired by Broom Boy himself, you know. So
The famous broom boy,
yeah,
right?
they could learn a thing or
Get
two
that
from
guy a
him.
broom.
Oh my god. That's awesome, dude. But so like I guess what is a collectible? I always wanted to ask, like, what's a collectible you have? Because again, I'm gonna get into the whole cosplay thing as time goes. But what is a collectible that you have that you cherish like very near and dear to
Oh boy.
yourself?
I definitely cherish all my 80s Kenner toys. The
Yeah,
figures, the ships, the
right,
12-inch figures. Those are the ones I definitely cherish the most.
right,
All
right,
the
right.
Kenner, the 80s Kenner toys.
But if you had to pick one though, just one.
Oh boy. Probably that shuttle Tidarium ship I got from Kenner from back in the 80s.
Dude, I bet that's worth a lot now. Not saying to sell it, but I'm just saying I know that those things are a lot of money.
It's my favorite ship, definitely.
I know
Definitely.
they're actually coming out with the Razor Crest from Mando. That's gonna be expensive. So
Yeah, I seen that. I seen that.
Yeah, gonna be
That looks
hopping on
pretty
that.
cool. It looks pretty sweet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, definitely is. So I guess, well, if you had to choose, man, what's your favorite character from Star Wars?
Oh, hands down. I mean, Darth Vader. Darth
Yeah,
Vader himself. I
Lord
mean,
Vader.
the cape, the voice, James Earl Jones. I mean,
Oh,
just
that's
the
iconic.
voice and just iconic. It's just
Yeah.
Darth Vader. Like was voted like I think second or number one ultimate villain by AFI. I mean,
Wow.
American Film Institute, some years ago. So
Yeah.
yeah, Vader definitely grabbed me, and of course the whole lightsabers. As a kid, you always wanted to like have like a real lightsaber, but then you figured it was kind of dangerous, right?
You figured it
If
could
it
burn
was
your.
real.
Yeah, you real. Well, hey, I mean, talking about real, I mean, they did say lightsabers is going to be a thing, so that's pretty interesting to see. So, you never know, man. Who knows? Maybe there'll be a kid out there who will get inspired and will burn his hand off or something like that with the real
I know,
lightsabers.
right? But at least it gets like cauterized and stuff, so
And you
stops.
know, and the best part is now the whole Skywalker experience could really be a real experience because now you can sit there and become a real Skywalker by cutting off your hand with the real lightsaber. So you'll really get the Skywalker
You
experience
get the
now.
full experience.
Yeah, it'll be like where anybody could be a Skywalker, you know? So it'll be fun. Um
Definitely.
so if you had to pick, man, I mean, what's your favorite Jedi? Because you gave me Sith, so I have to ask, like, what's your favorite Jedi?
Favorite Jedi?
Yeah,
It's probably got to be Obi-Wan. I mean,
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan is to me. I like the young Obi-Wan, obviously, the younger one, Ian McGregor.
Yeah,
But something draws me still back to the old trilogy again. Draws me back to old
Alec
Obi-Wan,
Guinness.
Alec Guinness. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the man right there.
To me, I feel like such a great actor. I
Yeah,
mean, his previous movies and it's just he plays the role so well. I mean, it's like so believable. Like everything he tells Luke, he teaches them and stuff. And he's been watching him over all these years. And we're coming to find that out with the new series that's going to be coming out next year. But
yeah,
to me, I just feel like Alec Guinness was part of my childhood too. Like hearing him, it's just like that old wise wizard,
yeah.
that you had around that taught you, what it was to like to grow up and be who you're supposed to be because
Yeah,
he had no father figure, and it
yeah.
kind of rings in me, just like Vader does. Those two characters
That's
definitely.
awesome. Yeah, no, that is awesome. You know, as they fought in the Clone Wars together, so we know how
Yeah,
how their lineage goes back. But that's
yeah.
awesome, dude. So I guess talking about you brought up the TV shows and the new Kenobi series. What show are you most excited for out of this
Oh,
whole?
that definitely that one. The Ewan
Yeah,
McGregor and Hayden Christensen coming back, the Obi-Wan series. I
yeah,
mean, what more can we ask for? They're gonna give us a cool
yeah.
show, and if it's as good as Mandalorian and success, great storytelling
Right.
and great live action. If it's something close to that, or
Yeah.
possibly could even be better because it has the prequel actors.
Yeah, true.
We could be in for a special treat.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's something we're definitely gonna get and we're definitely gonna be enjoying. So I personally can't wait. That's one of the that's I would say that's my first or second favorite show waiting to come
Yes,
out.
probably my
So
number one show that I'm waiting for. Definitely.
yeah, yeah, definitely. And me being a prequels kid, so yeah, definitely all the more. Well, you more just
Yeah.
because you're used to those dry what is it, dry spells?
The dry spell, yeah.
Yeah, so
From 1983, after Return of the Jedi, seeing it as a kid and collecting the figures and stuff from
I mean
Empire, Star Wars Empire, Return of the Jedi, and then having nothing from like basically
at least you had
83 to
I mean,
1999.
you had the cereal boxes and the and those the holiday specials and something, right? You
That
got
stuff doesn't really. The holiday specials from the 70s.
oh, even worse. Oh, okay, there you go. So even all the worse, man. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
still, but no, that's awesome, dude. So,
they did give us like the Ewok movies that are on Disney Plus now, but those
eh,
ones don't really count.
yeah, no, they don't, man. Nobody was excited to see those teddy bears. You know, they're very good. It's kind of well, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of marketing from a marketing standpoint. They probably would have
Yeah,
been good in today's generation, to be honest, because everybody likes Grogu, right? So,
yeah,
but
yeah. The marketing is killing it for them.
yeah, hands
Everybody's just
down.
picking up. I just see posts everywhere on social media.
I know
Buy
everything
this,
Grogu.
buy that. Oh, this is the new stuff. Oh, I'm buying this, I'm buying that. So it's just
Yeah.
they're killing it with the marketing.
Hands down, dude. But on that note, I want to ask, so let's introduce the fact that you are a part of the cosplay community and you were a part of, you could introduce that part. What were you a part of? Let everybody here know.
Well, I was part of the 501st from 2001 or so, all the way to about 2010, 10,
Wow.
11 or so. Life happens, you get
Of
married, you
course.
have kids, and kind
Yep.
of time decreases on doing single guy events and stuff. So,
Yeah.
but I did enjoy it for a long time. I did enjoy it. I
Yeah.
got great opportunities. As you probably know, I got to do great events, and it was, once in a lifetime kind of events happened to
Right.
me. So I got to meet Mark Hamill several times and Carrie Fisher, and even got a picture with Harrison Ford and all of them, and George Lucas. And
I know.
just incredible moments, back
Yeah.
in the early 2000s and stuff when I got to experience all that. So it was definitely something really special to me that it's something I'll never forget.
That's
Definitely.
awesome. Yeah. That's a beauty. And to get one with Harrison Ford, my God, dude,
Yeah,
that's like
that's
that's,
unheard of, right?
I know
He's
that
big
dude
time. He doesn't,
is
he, he doesn't really care about Star Wars fans.
no, that's why it's like he
We
actually
care about him.
it's funny because he actually wanted to die off in A New Hope. He didn't want to continue. He really wanted to be done,
He wanted
but
to be done actually, and I think in Empire Strikes Back, he wanted to be done. He
right,
said, "I
right,
just kill
right.
me out, call it a
Right.
day and stuff." And Lucas is like, "Nope."
Yeah, no, he was like, no, Mark Hamill was like, nope, dude, you're part of the family. That should have been
Yeah,
instead of the
exactly.
501st, that should have been like the four, I don't know, the four. They should have named them. Well, the Fab Four or Fab Four.
Uh, Yeah.
Yeah, the Fab Four.
FYI, I mean, Mark Hamill is outstanding guy. I mean, I met him several times, and he's the nicest guy. Like when he meets Star Wars fans,
Yeah.
and
Well, he loves
he
that
talks to you
stuff.
like he's your friend. He talks to you like he's your friend. He talked to me like he was my friend,
Yeah.
and
Well,
definitely,
you could tell he likes that stuff. I mean, that's why he does a lot of the animated like voiceovers because he really likes being a part of that community. So like that's why he loves hosting those events. He doesn't have a problem with it. So I could see
yeah,
that. I could definitely see that. But
yeah, definitely very, very amicable, very fan friendly and stuff. I can't say much for some of the other actors, but he's definitely one of them that was a
yeah,
number one, man, a number one in my book.
that's awesome, dude. That's truly a blessing. So talking about the 501st, man, what was that like? How did you get in there? How did you get that?
Well, um, I was in college back in
Uh-huh.
'99, and I remember always as a kid asked my mom, "Oh, can I be a stormtrooper for Halloween?" Like I was like 7 years old, right? 7, 8 years old, and my mom tried to find stuff. Of course, like you couldn't really find many things of Star Wars back then.
Right.
There was just not enough like marketing and sale of merchandise and stuff back then. It just had
Mhm.
very, very limited. So fast forward, I'm a grown up, and they were like one of my favorite characters of Stormtroopers. I mean, other than Vader and stuff and Obi-Wan, Stormtroopers were like my favorite like troops. I had like about 12 Stormtroopers and little Kenner figures. I always
Oh
wanted
man.
my mom and dad buy me more so I can make an army. Right. So I was always intrigued by their costume and I loved that as a kid. So
Right.
fast forward, I'm in college and I'm like internet was kind of new and stuff.
AOL.
Yes, I'm very old, right? I'm very old, right? I'm like ancient. Internet was a little new, like in 97, 98, 99 when it came out in like 96, 97.
Dude, I remember AOL.
Yeah, AOL. I didn't have America Online, but I remember when it was new and I came across like this guy selling stormtrooper armor and I was like, what? No way. I need to get this. And so right away I was like, oh my gosh, I've always wanted this as a kid. I was
Yeah.
like, I could never have it. I'm an adult now. Now I could buy it myself.
Right.
So I look into it. It wasn't that expensive to buy the kit. It was only like $500 back then, maybe 400.
Yeah.
So it wasn't much. And
Try
I
how
was like,
much it is now though.
yeah, I know it's probably more, way more. And these people charge you a lot of money for these kits. And so I looked into it and emailed the guy and responded. And a few weeks later, I had the kit come in the mail and came in to my house. And of course, I had to like, work on it, do some sanding and put it all together. And once it was all done, I mean, it was like a sight to see. I couldn't believe I actually had my hands on one of those, and they weren't very common. The 501st was like not even really around yet,
Right.
and it was starting to like maybe barely starting to come out. And I remember my friend calling me, like one of my childhood friends. He's like, "Dude, are you working on your armor?" I was like, "No, not today." He goes, "Dude, I'm coming over. You need to work on it, okay?" Like he was helping me. So him and he would call me and insist on working the armor. All right, I'm like, "All right, come over, man." Like, okay, let's work on it. Come over. He helped me for like a month. Like almost every day he was calling me, "Dude, we got to work on it, dude. Come on, let's get it done." I was
That's
like, I think he
awesome.
was more excited than I was. So I finally got it done, and what got me in, as I had the armor and stuff, got me in was I remember going to I had the armor done and stuff, but I hadn't worn it or anything. So I remember going to the Chinese Theater in Hollywood for the
Yeah.
opening of Phantom Menace,
Oh, nice.
1999. And so I remember being there, and all of a sudden, like my show was at midnight and stuff. All of a sudden, around 10 p.m., all these dudes came out, and they were 501st guys. I mean, there were a bunch of stormtroopers, a couple other characters, obviously, not just stormtroopers. And I started talking to this one trooper guy. We were talking, made friends with him. He ends up coming over my house and he checks out my armor. He's like, "Dude, you got to do this and this and that." So he started showing me the ropes. Met the guy. I'm still friends with him to this day. And he kind of really tailored my costume. He helped me do it because he was pretty experienced in it.
Right.
And then he goes, "Dude, you need to join the 501st." It's like 1999, 2000, basically, almost.
Wow.
And he's like, "Dude, you got to join the 501st." I go, "What do you do?" Like, I mean, I have this costume. He goes, "Like, yeah, dude, he's like, your costume is good to go, man." So he's like, we'll talk to the Legion, one of the Legion leaders. And so met the guy. He's like, "Yeah." He goes, "Don't worry, you're in." And this is like so easy, right? Today you got to submit pictures, you need approval,
Yeah.
email, blah
I
blah blah, like all this red tape.
yeah.
Back then they're like, "Yeah, it looks good, you're in." So
That's
ever
crazy.
ever since then, and like since 2000, like boom, I've been
That's
in. I was in the 501st. So yeah, it was definitely fun to see and fun to do. So many events, so many charity events.
that's awesome.
We did a lot of good causes, like raise a lot of money for good causes and stuff for
That's
kids,
what it's about. Yeah.
and put a lot of smiles on kids' faces and stuff. So
That's what
definitely, I still own the costume. I still have it.
Yeah, I think I remember you showed me. It's in good condition too. Yeah, yeah. It didn't turn that
Yeah,
yellowish color, which is great.
yeah, I
I,
didn't.
no, no, no. I mean, it's one of those things, man, where it's like you mentioned about, doing it for the kids. At the end of the day, I feel like that's what it's about. Like, as we did something, we did a collab, us and a whole bunch of other people on Instagram, we used our platforms to help, to spread a message out, which was cool. But listen, man, you did it, you enjoyed it, but you also did something for a good cause. So that's a blessing. I have to ask the question, are there still people within that, I guess, community that since from when you were there, are they still there, like from the beginning
There's
though?
there's a couple I can think of, like about two or three. Most of them
Wow.
is like a new generation of guys and stuff. And I know some of the new generation guys,
Right.
but I actually, believe it or not, I still talk to several of the guys that when we were trooping then, back in the day with the prequels and stuff.
Right.
Um, I still talk to several of them, and we're still good friends. And I see them from time to time, like whether it's once a year or I'll see them. Like I saw the last one I saw was the WonderCon in 2019. I was hanging with about three of them. We
Right.
had a blast that time, and then obviously COVID 2020, nothing happened. So
Right. Right. Right.
looking forward to hopefully next year. Um, Hopefully
Hopefully.
next year, like cons come back and celebration. I got my passes for celebration. I'll be going with my kids and stuff. So
That's
it'll
awesome.
be
Yeah.
good times. And I know I talked to a few of the guys. They said they're going also if it
Uh,
happens, obviously. I'm sure it will. And we'll get back to enjoying this stuff again. And
that,
definitely a sight. Definitely a sight to see once it all goes down. I
yeah.
attended celebration in Indianapolis in 2004, and I did celebration in '07 in LA, and then Anaheim in 15, and then hopefully now 2022 I can do this celebration, next year
Yeah.
coming up.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude. That
It's
is
always
amazing.
it's always a great sight to see like the old friends,
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
like, what it kind of feels like to me, like when I see these guys that I used to like be with and with the 501st back in
It's like a high school reunion.
2001. It feels just like when Han sees Lando for the first time again.
Oh,
uh,
in the rise. No,
in
not the
Empire. No,
rise.
Empire.
Oh,
Empire.
Empire, Empire, Empire. Okay.
He goes, when Lando tells him, seeing you sure brings back a few things. It's exactly how I feel when I see them.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. That's amazing. Yeah, dude. I mean, It seems like it's such a fun experience, man. I mean, I'm glad you got to go through that because obviously, you enjoyed it. That was the best part. You got to enjoy it and you lived life, man. So that's a blessing, man. And it's funny because you mentioned how back then you just had to look the part, and nowadays you have to do like an email and send the resume out for all this stuff. I think it's so
The
funny because
resumes and your references and your previous jobs and all.
so funny, dude. It's funny, man. But I mean, I in a way I do understand the whole thing of like, I get it because we do live in different times, so you kind of want to get that person's background a little bit. You do have some weird people, unfortunately, out there that don't take this as. I think back then it was just different times. You guys, your generation enjoyed it more. You guys did it more for the fun of it, not really for
We did.
looking for a quick hookup. So I don't know, man, what people
Yeah.
look for,
Yeah, yeah, definitely. That special event I did, you could actually find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's American Film Institute Lifetime Achievement Award to George Lucas. All you gotta do is like YouTube that, and you can see the whole show with Lucas and Ford. That was that night. That was that one special night. Definitely got that great opportunity to do that, and a couple other opportunities that were nice too. Also, doing the hospital visits and
Right.
doing like the cons, obviously, and stuff, and having fun with all the friends and stuff. It was just good times, man. It was really good times.
That's awesome,
Definitely
dude.
good times, and I hope that next year, something similar can, feel the same way,
Yeah.
and it's from some certain point of view, at least,
I'm
feel the same way. Even though we got older,
yeah. Got older, got
hey, we all
kids.
gotta get old sometime, right?
Listen, man, there is no fountain of youth. I've learned that. I'm about to hit 30 in 2 years. So yeah, I know that I know how that feels, man.
Hey, let me
Definitely.
tell you something. 30 years old felt just like yesterday, man.
Thinking because it was
It
yesterday.
was just like yesterday for me, man. I remember 30 clear as day, man, and
Dude,
I'm
that's
way past
Dude,
that.
that's so funny, man. It's funny, man, how time passes, but it's cool how Star Wars does keep things together and it brings you together, and it's just, one big family. At least you try to
It
keep it
is.
like that.
I agree with that. I've always agreed that the Force is the forever. The Force is like Star Wars is like family. It's all
Yeah,
about family. I think
yeah.
even like Carrie Fisher has said that, or Mark Hamill, one of them said that. Star Wars is like family.
I think it
We're
was
such a
actually
community. We're a big community, but at the same time, it's kind of from some aspects, it's a small community, but it's a very large community, but it's also small.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
Faces, see the same people, see old faces. And those are the ones that always give me a big smile when I see the old faces.
that's awesome, dude. Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's what it's about. That's the blessing of it when you get to see the old timers on
The
old
old timers.
timers.
I'm not saying we're walking with canes, all right? I mean, we're not that old yet, not
Yeah.
yet. But we still got some time before
Yay,
that.
I'm almost there. I'm almost there.
Young whippersnapper. Yeah, it's been like 20 years, of all that, and so
Yeah,
definitely 20 years of friendships. Definitely
that's
friendships.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, yeah, no, that's great, man. So I guess I guess I have to ask, man, like how is there like what's the question? Was there like a favorite event that you ever did?
Hands down, man. That lifetime achievement
Oh, the
award.
lifetime. That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah,
You
yeah,
can't
yeah,
beat
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I mean, I got pictures with Lucas, Hamill, Fisher,
Yeah, you
Ford,
can't beat that. True.
Billy D, John Williams, Jimmy Smiths, just so many of them.
Will
We got
Smith.
Will Smith, even, I think. Just no Will Smith, but hey, even that night, I remember Hugh Hefner was there.
Yeah, right. There you go. Right. There
He
you
was
go. There you
there,
go.
man. He was there. I saw him with all his Playboy girlfriends and stuff.
Oh
So
man, if only I was there at that age that I was. Well, before.
yeah, I mean, it was 15, 16 years ago. So yeah, I was around your age.
Oh wow, yeah. Mm. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah. No, that's awesome, dude. That's so cool, man, that you mentioned that. But no, man, I mean, listen, today has been awesome. It was awesome to have you on the show, man. I'm sure we could talk about Star Wars all day long, but I know we both have other priorities and we have other brooms to sweep up the floor.
I got a sweep, man. They
Yeah,
nominated me broom boy here.
but dude, before we head off and sign off, do you have anything that I guess you have planned coming up, or where can people find you? So this is your moment basically of shine right now.
You can find me on Instagram, Para the Force.
Okay.
Uh, you can always catch me here and there live with you, chopping it up. Any kind of events, well, hopefully celebrations. next year, and
Yeah.
looking forward to going to Disneyland in about a month or two.
Okay, cool, cool, cool.
I
Did you
haven't
get
got
your
a ticket
tickets?
yet, but I'm gonna get tickets soon. There's a bunch available still, so looking
Okay.
forward to going back to Batu and
Nice.
enjoying Disney, enjoying Galaxy's Edge, and taking my kids and enjoying everything they have to offer. It's such a
And
beautiful experience. I grew up basically a Southern California kid, so I grew up going to Disneyland at least once a year back when I was a kid. You know, every year we had a
wow,
school trip.
that's awesome,
So
dude.
yeah, I have a lot of fun memories there with my mom and stuff, taking me and stuff, and definitely when I walk those grounds, I could like feel my mom there.
Oh, that's
Definitely.
awesome. That's
Yeah,
awesome,
my
dude.
mom passed away years ago, so I mean,
I'm so
definitely,
sorry to hear that, though.
right. I appreciate it, and you know, I feel like I'm home sometimes. Kind of like Chewy, we're home.
That's
Sort of the
awesome,
same.
dude. And that's such a beautiful thing, to say. And I don't think I even want to say any more after that, because I want to end it on that. Um, like I said, many blessings to you and your family, and and your mother as well. Um, like I
Thank
said,
you.
man, it was beautiful to have you on the show. It's awesome, the relationship you and me have built. Just getting to know each other and talking here and there. It's awesome. I'm grateful for it, man. I'm happy you hopped on the show, as this was a long and anticipated one. So I love the jokes. I love the little insiders we got on the side, apart from this broom boy, So
Yeah,
I had to get that in there. But dude, thank you
yeah.
again for hopping on. It's been such a pleasure. I can't thank you enough, man. You, like I said, man, you have become not just like I tell everybody who comes on my show, you're not just a person in the community, but you are, as we talked about before, family. So for me, man, you are like family. I appreciate it again. Can't wait to have you back on. Thank you so much for hopping on, dude. And thank you guys for tuning in. And guys, remember, when you subscribe to this channel, you're not just subscribing to any channel, but you are subscribing to the Rogue Side. And may the force be with you guys. Stay safe.
Thank you for having me. Bye. May the force be with you.